Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play DmC Devil May Cry.
Welcome to the Order.
Not what I was expecting.
That's the idea.
The demons are amongst us, Dante. They are enslaving mankind. The world is asleep, brainwashed, and helpless. We're fighting back. We're a small handful of freedom fighters. We are the last and only line of defense.
Defense? You got no chance.
We don't leave things to chance. We've accumulated vast intelligence on the demons and their collaborators. World leaders, bankers, pop stars. We can hit them where it hurts.
Amazing.
Dante, it really is you. You don't remember me.
No.
How much of your childhood do you remember?
Not much. I had meningitis when I was 7. Wiped my memory. Why?
They told me I had a car accident that resulted in total amnesia. Age? 7.
Your point?
Well, meningitis is a human affliction. You are not human, Dante. All war is fought with deception, and you have been deceived. Your past has been hidden from you for a reason.
Rewind a bit. Who are you again?
My name is Vergil. I established the Order to help find a way to fight the demons.
Besides swords and bullets, you mean?
Such weapons can win battles, but not the war. We use force, yes, but we also use intelligence, politics, propaganda.
You really believe you can make a dent?
Make a dent? With the two of us working together, I believe that we can defeat them.
So that's what this is about. You need me to fight the demons, help you save the world.
What else were you planning on doing with your life?
You guys do seem really nice, but I'm more of a loner type. Trust issues, work alone, that kind of thing.
Dante, I don't think you understand what is at stake.
If you want to leave, turn your back on me, I'm powerless to stop you. But you'll be making a grave mistake. Not just for yourself, but for mankind.
For mankind?
Yes!
What makes you think I give a shit?
Please give me a chance to show you.
Show me what?
Who you really are. This was your home.
I don't remember it.
You will. Cat, open the gateway.
What are you doing?
Our world and Limbo are very closely superpositioned. They collide in places causing what we call rifts. It's here, in the rifts, that we can create gateways to and from Limbo.
Doesn't smell too good. What's in the can?
A compound I created based on an old Wiccan recipe. Sea salt, shark oil, iron shavings, desiccated squirrel semen, wolf hair.
Good stuff.
Go ahead. The house holds secrets. I found mine. Now it's your turn.
How'll I get back?
We'll take care of that. Just be careful. It can get rough in you.
I like it rough.
Is this really going to work? He doesn't seem to care.
He's raw. Just like you were when I first found you.
Alright, I had to re-record the cutscene because subtitles got turned off at some point. Anyway, a few things. Vergil's redesign is way more egregious than Dante's, and yet I hear way less about it. His hat is stupid. The Order, as a title for this organization, is so very generic.
So this was my home. Well, show me your secrets.
And for how mediocre this story is, it's really self-serious, which is maybe the biggest turn-off about it. And I hate how much the colors in cutscenes are washed out because it betrays how beautiful this game is during the actual gameplay parts, when the colors get to breathe and really pop. Especially as you've noticed, there are a lot of really vibrant reds in here. It's such a good-looking game. But then the cutscenes, it's just drab. And that's all of my complaining out of the way. That's most of that criticism behind us. Now, because this mission is a real banger. I was refreshing myself. Actually, no, not yet. And all those new tools I was excited about, they are all in this mission. I forgot, you get like 4 things in this second mission alone.
I remember this place. And who the hell are you? Sparta. My dad. Great.
One of those new tools is coming up right after this fight, in fact. Still gotta wait a little bit for some of the other items coming up later in the mission, but suffice to say, the one that we're about to get is pretty cool. So let's talk about redesigns. When New Dante was first unveiled, a lot of people noticed a resemblance between him and a young Tamim Antoniades, who we'll just call Tamim from now on because if I'm gonna mispronounce his last name, let's only do it once. Either way, they saw the resemblance and they went up in arms with like, wow, what a narcissist Tamim is. He told the designers to make Dante look just like him. Which is fairly absurd sounding, right? I think after the initial unveil, and the Death Knight enemies, next. The shielded ones. So for these, the only thing that we can do for now is just jump right behind them, because we cannot attack them from the front. We can, however, combo them normally. We just have to start the combo from the back, or knock them down.
What are you trying to show me?
Trying to show us this. That symbol should look familiar.
Hell yeah!
This is our first new weapon. This is a heavy weapon, Arbiter, the axe. And this thing excels at... Woo, that's good too. It will excel at breaking down the shields for the Death Knight enemies that we just ran into. Also, that shockwave is like a long-range, high time, and that's sick. Arbiter really has its uses. but it's not until we get all the tools from this mission that things really start to pull together. Ah, that didn't pop both of them up. So I think after the initial unveil, they changed his face up a little bit more to lessen the resemblance between Dante and Tamim, whatever resemblance was there. I'll put a picture up and leave it up to you to see if you see anything. I personally think even the idea of, like, a coincidental resemblance is sort of reaching. Oops. I think that people were pissed off, and they were just looking for even more petty stuff to kind of throw a fit about and justify all of their outrage. Some of it being, like, legitimate. Like, there's perfectly legitimate criticism to level at this game. But I think that was kind of one of those points of contention that was just kind of reaching to justify some of the vitriol. Also, this soundtrack, I I see why it feels a little bit off. It sounds almost like a Rob Zombie-ish Twisted Metal OST. I don't think it's bad, but it's there's something a little bit off feeling about it. Looks like we can't get back up there for the time being, so we missed out on the Lost Soul. Also, you'll notice this red crystalline part of the floor. That, again, is something we'll come back to. Even though we did just get this weapon, which you would think would open that up. Nope, that's not for now. Arbiter, our new demon axe, will open up some color-coded doors for us now. In fact, the first one that we saw was back in Mission 1. It was the door with the red interwoven pattern over it. So if we go back to Mission 1 now, we can actually use Arbiter to break that door open. God damn, that's so fun. It's such a satisfying weapon to hit with. I think that's one of the points in which DmC Devil May Cry actually excels more so than the previous games. I think it has an excellent game feel to it almost across the board.
This way, Dante. Okay. Can't catch me.
Dante. Did I hear that right?
And just like that. We've also seen, there's another one. Doors with the blue pattern, which is indicative of something else that we're going to be getting fairly soon. Just once we've gotten a chance to get used to Arbiter a little bit more. And then once we get another weapon or two, or another item or two, because there's one more item left and two more, we'll call them items, because they're not strictly combat abilities, though they greatly modify your ability to just express yourself and just do whatever you want in combat. We got a couple of those coming up. Got a new weapon and some tools. Man, I forgot how much is just jammed into this mission.
That was me. I remember this. I didn't ask for your help.
God, look at this contrast. This color palette. These
Am I dreaming?
FF8 Ultimacia's Castle chains. Oh, I love this so much. And now, the Demon Bull.
Oh yeah.
We are gonna do some awesome shit with this. For now, we kind of learn to use it mostly by doing some light platforming. Woo! But of course, it's got its combat applications, as you might imagine. Oh, I thought they were setting up an arena here for that. Is there even an... No, there is an arena before we exit this dreamscape area. Because they're going to introduce, I think, another new enemy type here, although it's more of a variant for the time being. Yeah, here it is.
Get over here.
Hey, Scorpion reference. God, that's so good! So now, we don't have to worry about enemies flying too far away, especially with these heavy Arbiter strikes that tend to send enemies reeling or out of range for normal attacks. Oh my god, plus we get to do that to the Bathos. These things complement each other really, really well. I'm so excited for this. This is where the game really opens up, and it's only on the second mission, and that's so fucking wonderful.
What now?
I didn't ask for your help.
Okay, so what else have you got?
This over here is another small vital star. This is a healing item, something which, if we do this right, you know, I'm going to leave this for later. If we do this right, we are never ever going to pop a healing item because, as usual, that's going to detract from our end of mission ranking. Oops, we want to pull this. So this is not only a platforming tool, it's got some really, really good combat applications. It's a much better feeling version of Snatch, one of the things you can do with Nero's Devilbringer from DmC 4. Like the axe, this is done by pulling the right trigger, which modifies your shoot button to use the whip.
They're here! They're here! They found us!
What the hell happened here?
We've got to get out. Now! Hurry! Come on, quickly!
This is where they introduce the enemy, the shielded Bathos. However, you can just rip their shields straight off with the first pull of the whip, and then the second one drags them towards you.
Oh no. Come on. How did they find us?
So the way this system works is basically right and left trigger actually are your modifiers. Right trigger is the demon modifier, so it replaces Rebellion and Ebony and Ivory with your demon weapons. Those being, for right now, Arbiter and the Demon Whip. Left trigger, coming up, is going to be the Angel modifier, and it replaces your weapons with angelic weapons. The first of which we're going to get in this room. And, of course, your Angel Whip, which we'll get at the end of this mission.
Dad? Mom?
I love you, Dante.
Fucking demons.
By the way, there's also a demon dodge and an angel dodge with those same left and right trigger modifiers. That is our new aerial ray variant that we picked up. It's tap tap play and another tap in midair. Also gains you a lot of height, so you can play around with that. Get some really nice extended juggles going. Oh my god, that feels amazing to do. And the best is when you start really being able to just switch on the fly and combo your different weapons together. Especially when we pick up this new weapon that adds yet another modifier and another layer to all of this. Can't wait for this one. Osiris. Hell yeah. This is great. It feels so good. This is the exact moment on my first playthrough where I understood the appeal of DmC Devil May Cry, where I was like, okay, there's stuff going on here. There's merit to this. We can do something with this. Oh my god, it's so fun. That switch is just flip. And suddenly you have all this freedom. Making the triggers act as modifiers is such an inspired choice. Like in a game about freestyling, this feels so good and so natural to do. And thanks to the whips, you never feel like you can't be hitting buttons because something is too far away. Oh man. Like, oh, Stinger pushed him too far away and we were in against a wall. No, get back here. And then, you know, the B buttons on Osiris, prop and rake, the ground and aerial B attacks, respectively, are both incredibly satisfying. Rake especially, because, like, even if you're a little bit off the ground, or if you're high in the air, it just reaches, it just snatches dudes up. Osiris is one of my all-time favorite Devil May Cry weapons. Like, it's that good. I love this thing. And putting Prop Shredder on it, very good choice. But yeah, all of a sudden, you're just a trigger press away from 3 different weapons, plus your whips, plus Ebony and Ivory and all that. It's so natural feeling. And of course, we're not done getting angel and demon weapons, so we'll get more stuff to play around with later. But for now, for them to just dump all of this stuff on you in the second mission and just go crazy, you really have that freedom. It's so nice. It's so liberating. I'm a big fan of this system. Like, I think the whips, the angel and the demon whips, we're about to get the angel one. I think those alone justify this game. They add so much freedom to the movement.
You don't remember me.
So the first time we had one of these sequences, we shattered one chain and got the demon whip. This time around, we obviously get the angel whip. And since the demon one pulls things towards us, naturally, you can assume we get to do this with the angel whip. pull ourselves towards targets, which is a delight in and of itself. Especially, again, when you use this in combat. Launch enemies with the heavy arbiter strike, and then just pull yourself towards them in midair to start an aerial rape. Oh, stuff like that is so fun. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, the most basic shit you can do with it. Plus, this is, while it's not hard platforming, it's still just nice. And sometimes that's all it needs to be. It's just nice. Because if you remember back to, like, the early days of Devil May Cry platforming in DmC 1, it does not feel so good. But here it's just kind of set it and forget it, and the spectacle is fine. Which I will take over really shitty platforming, where you have a little bit more freedom in how you platform any day. Plus, it gives you a chance to appreciate this really immaculate art design and environmental design.
What am I unleashing?
All war is fought with deception. You've been deceived. Your past has been hidden from you for a reason.
So, by mission... Oh, that's nice. By mission 2, we have 6 different things available to us. We have Ebony and Ivory, we have Rebellion, we have Arbiter, we have Osiris, and then we have the Angel and the Demon Whips, all of which act differently and have different applications. And that might feel like, wow, they're really just throwing you into the deep end, but no, because of the way this modification system works, it just feels so natural to go and freestyle immediately. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how this doesn't actually feel impenetrable, even though they've given so much to you so early. It just feels super good. And then there's still plenty of room to get into the advanced techniques that you would expect out of a DmC game.
I remember my mother. Her name was Eva. She gave this to me. I had a brother too. We were a family. I had no idea of the danger we were in. The demons found us. When they broke in, I saw him. She gave her life so that we could escape. I will never forget what he did to her. Our father, Sparta, took my brother and I away. He separated us, hid us safely amongst the humans, wiped our memories to protect us. That's why it all went black. Until now.
Yeah, so no, we just pull ourselves around like fucking Spencer from Bionic Commando. I can't tell you how delighted I am for just the whips alone. Like, man, this is something this game does not get enough credit for, is how much of an improvement the whips are over the snatch mechanic from 4, from the whole Devil Bringer.
You're my brother.
Your twin brother. And I've been looking for you for a long time now. Our mother gave these to us. I think she knew that this moment would come, that we would find each other.
And our father, Sparta?
Banished forever. A fate worse than death, they say. He's never coming back.
I want to know more. Where we come from, what happened to us. And above all, I want to know who's responsible for all this.
Alrighty, that is going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.